Hey everyone, it's Superb Owl here, aka Anthony C on Instagram. This is another remake of a classic Thomas Wooden Railway short mini series. This is Thomas the Battery Powered Engine by I don't remember the YouTuber's name, but in 2008 the videos were taken down and then re-uploaded by Captain Rolls. I don't know who the original channel was. The original guy, he's gone, but somehow Captain Rolls saved a copy of the 2 episodes that was produced. And this is shunting difficulties. As you can see, I'm using a Henry instead of a Stepney, because he used a Tomy Stepney, because I never made a battery-powered one. But I thought Henry would be more appropriate anyway, since I don't have a Stepney in any form. So yeah, it's basically, the Fat Controller, or Sotapamad, who I didn't end up using, is suggests that Henry goes to the docks to get a new engine because there was a shunting difficulty going on in the yard, even though James seemed to have handled it on his own. I don't know, that was just an awkward that was a strange reason to get a new engine. And does the engine stay, or does he get sent away like most engines? And well, you'll see. But anyhow, Henry is pushing I'm pushing him myself manually. The power is off, but he's pushing a push along car, and there's 16 on bolster being picked up by a string, which I thought was hilarious in the original video. It's cute too. And then Henry, I accidentally go up the hill. I don't know why, but then I go down, and then he goes to the top man. And then he hears 16's voice. He's like, "What's your name?"
16. I am now forgetful because I once used to work in a steelworks.
I've heard of this before. Henry, have 16 delivered to the yard. So yeah, the string again, and then James, demonstrates what he has to do. Surprisingly, this only took 1 take, and that was it. The second video took 3 takes, which you'll see in a second. But yeah, 16 tries shunting himself. I mean, it's just a pain to work, but he's very hard to get along with. Then he derails the car, and then James somehow gets it back on the rails, pushes it, and then somehow it gets behind him. I don't know. I didn't really have a lot of space. You'll see why in a second. Why there wasn't a lot of space, because he did another crash. This time with the breakdown train right here, and he accidentally fell seconds after knocking it over, when in the original video he actually hits it and then falls immediately. So then he's unlike the first video, the original video, he wasn't picked up a third time by the string, but I guess Thomas was up there waiting for him because he knew he was going to screw up, and then he just pushes him away, and then he's sent back to the works, and that's it. That's the end of 16. Then there's a goof here, and he fell. So here's episode 2. I thought I'd continue because, the very last second of the episode, I didn't want to start over just because he fell. You couldn't even tell he fell. But anyhow, Henry is looking for Thomas. James doesn't know where he is because he was busy shunting. So Sotapam suggests he grabs the jet engine to speed things up, and then we're introduced to Percy, who accidentally knocked over a fuel car. Well, it's actually a mill car. And that's the real jet engine actually pushing Henry. So then I stop it here, and then he connects to Thomas. He finds him in an old quarry mine tunnel, which I don't have anymore. So yeah, then I have Thomas pull Henry up the hill, and then the jet engine gets behind them. And this was a pain in the ass because the jet engine's faster than Thomas. It's hard to keep Henry in between because he might fall off the bridge, being that he's being pushed and pulled by different speeds. And then Harold got in the way. I had to move him. But yeah, there was nothing bad here. There were no crashes. And then I turned Thomas off, and then I just moved them myself in my hand. Thank God nothing bad happened. So, yeah, it's under control now, just like in the real episode. And then there's Percy waiting for Thomas and Henry. And then Henry's thirsty and wants a drink. So I use the signal, and and then there's one final shot where the 3 engines are in the shed. And I'm not sure if James was in the final shot of the episode, the real episode by like I said, I don't know the real YouTuber, but Captain Rolls re-uploaded it. It was taken down, I think, in 2007. But yeah, and then Henry goes off to pull the late night mail train, and that's the end.